Greetings. A couple of days ago, I got to be the guest of a Twitter chat. For those of you who don't know what a Twitter chat is, it's basically a time period where someone has a topic and you talk about the topic for an hour. And sometimes the person who runs the chat comes up with all the questions, and sometimes they ask someone else who they think might know something that either they don't or they don't want to take, the leadership on. Ask them to provide questions and then at certain times answer those questions. And so I got to do it. And I got to talk about creating videos. And a couple of people have joined the channel because of that. So I want to thank Justine and Tess. Hi, y'all. Anyway, one of the things that I saw a lot was people saying how they didn't think their videos were that good, or they worried about doing a video because they may mess it up. They didn't know anything about editing. And I got to tell you the truth. Y'all have seen my videos, at least those of you who've stuck with me for a long time. I don't have great production value. I've never taken any time to learn how to edit anything. The one thing that I have done is I've started doing my thumbnails. They're pretty basic, but at least I'm doing it. I'm creating a thumbnail, which is better than what YouTube does when YouTube decides to show you 3 pictures and says, hey, pick one of these. And I always look stupid in every single picture that they pick. And the thing is that even those people who are editing the videos know that they're not perfect. They can't be perfect, otherwise they wouldn't have to edit them. And you see the jump cuts, and some people love that jump cut thing. I'm not necessarily a big fan of it. I like to, come up with my topic, think about it for a while. Every once in a while, depending on what the topic is, I may write out my list and write it ahead of time of different things I want to cover. Look at this. I just did that. Then, there goes your perfection. But sometimes you just have to do something because it's time to do it. I have my blog called I'm Just Sharing, which is linked down below. And I have a thing. When I first started blogging on that blog, I was writing almost every single day. Of course, this was way back in 2008, 2009, and I was blogging every single day. I blogged basically 320 times a year. So I had some days off, but in general, I was writing a lot. And I did that for the first 3 years, and then I started backing off on that. And now I have a thing where I want to write at least once a week, which I keep up with for the most part. Every once in a while, I will skip a week because I've got other things going. For instance, in January, I skipped a couple of weeks because I was doing the video a day, which some of you watched, and I appreciate that. So it came down to Sunday, my having to write a blog post because I had skipped the week before. And I knew the topic that I wanted to speak on. I had thought about it, and then I start writing. Now, here's the thing about me and blog posts, or me and writing in general. Once I have a topic in my mind, I can basically write 750 to 1,000 words in about 15 to 20 minutes. I really can. That's been my norm for a long time. But I've got some things going on in my mind these days that are kind of messing me up every once in a while. And so I started with a topic that I knew what I was going to talk about, and I just went in a totally different direction really quickly. And so what happened with this particular post is that it took me almost 2 hours to write. It ended up being over 1,000 words, but it took me almost 2 hours because in my own mind, I kind of got distracted. Like I said, when I started out, I knew what I wanted to say, and then it just went into different directions, and it's a mess. It's not one of my best. How do I know that? Because look here, a lot of people don't do this, but I go back and I read some of my posts, and I watch some of my videos, and every once in a while, I ain't gonna lie, I sit back and say, you know what? My God, that's pretty good. That was actually pretty good. That came out of me, and I get shocked by it. And, if you can't acknowledge when you do something good, then you're going to be a mess. You just have to sometimes say, you know what? That's pretty good work. Even if nobody read it, if you can acknowledge it yourself, then you're doing well. As long as you can also acknowledge when you've written something that's not good. And let me tell you, the article I put out on Monday, which I wrote Sunday, it's not good. But see, that happens. You can't always be good unless you're getting paid for it. In which case, whoever is the client, they want good. Actually, they want better than good, and you want to deliver better than good. But if you're not getting paid for it, or it's just like a time crunch kind of thing, sometimes you just can't put it out there. And sure, someone could have said, well, why didn't you just skip another week? Take more time to worry about that. Because I like to have a production schedule. I like to have stuff out there. But I've written something like 4,000 blog posts, maybe more than that. And some of them have not necessarily been top shelf. They just aren't. So I still promote it because it's a new article, but the article from Monday will not be one that I will be carrying over. No one's going to see that again unless they just visit the blog and say, hey, let me look at this here. And it was on a topic that I've written about many times. I've done a lot of videos on it. I'm not even going to share it here. You know what? I'm just sharing links down below if you just want to go see it. I don't know why you'd want to, but go see it. It's a mess. It's going to stay there. I'm not going to get rid of it because it's still going to help my SEO. And that's really the point of blogging. And so I understand. I've gotten a great understanding of this. I can't be perfect. I'm not going to be perfect all the time. Nobody's going to be perfect all the time. But it doesn't stop you from creating. It shouldn't stop you from creating. It shouldn't stop you from trying. That's all I'm going to say. You know what? I don't have that young Harry Belafonte look. Boy, I wanted to have that young Harry Belafonte look. I don't. Look at it. Even without glasses. This is not Harry Belafonte. I better not hear. I'm not even going to give you the name because this folks always say, you look like, and I get it all the time. It's unbelievable. I don't see it. I bet if I ever got to meet the guy, he wouldn't see it either. You are who you are. We do what we can. At least I basically have my lighting going pretty good. Except I notice every time I bring my hand up, it blocks something. That's interesting. That's never happened before. Anyway, do you not do things because you can't hit that certain level of perfection you think you need to do? Y'all let me know. And like I said, this isn't perfect, but let me know what you think holds you back sometimes from doing the things that you know can help you. My name is Mitch Mitchell. If you like this kind of thing, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I got tons of stuff. And you can hit that notification bell. If you're not subscribed to a whole bunch of channels, you'll see me in your feed. Anyway, y'all take care.